Good evening, everybody, and welcome at this final episode of Today at RoboCup. We are sitting here comfortably at the bar. Behind us, they're already cleaning up, so there's a bit of decompression going on. We already had a beer, and we will look at what happened today. And what happened during the entire tournament. It was a day full of finals, full of high emotions. People were world champions. Others lost the title in the last second of their game. Joining us today are Fieke, and you are a member of the organizing committee?
Yes.
What did you do the past year and this week to organize this event?
A lot of work.
Yeah, I noticed. You also were the host. Yes, you also were the host of the award ceremony, so you will tell us who won all the different leagues.
That's remembered, right. I learned them all.
Oh, excellent. And then we have Bas, you're also one of the organizers. What were your practical jobs during the year and during this week?
During the year, I was busy with just a general organization, and during the tournament, I've done a lot of things, a lot of running around, checking if everything was okay, and I think we did great.
You absolutely did great, that's for sure. Now we're gonna run over the different leagues, show you a small compilation of what happened this week at RoboCup, and then we will end with a big compilation, a long compilation of the finals, the mid-size league finals between the Dutch team and a team from China, from the Beijing Information Science and Technology Institute Team Water. But let's first take a look at what happened in the Rescue League this week as RoboCup. So that was the Rescue League. It's a league where cars, either remote-controlled or independent cars, have to drive around a simulated disaster area and find victims. They are awarded points for finding more victims. If you want to know more about it, you can look at the talk show we had yesterday. It's still on YouTube, and we had one of those rescue cars with us in the studio. Now over to Fieke, who is the winner of the Rescue League 2013.
It's Irad Furious from Kim Mong-Kut University of Technology.
And where are they from? What country?
From Thailand.
From Thailand. University of Thailand. Did any of you see any of the Rescue League games, or were you too busy with all the practical problems?
I saw a little bit of one game, of one challenge, but it was a small piece. But it looked really nice.
Especially the arena really looked nice. There was a car and baby borns, and there were...
Yeah, it's true. There was a car in the arena, and there were ramps, and there was...
quadrocopters.
Yes, there were drones flying up and everything. You saw that it was catching the attention of the audience too. People who were visiting the RoboCup always took some time to look around in the arena.
I think that this year at the Rescue League, in the end, the Thai teams were the strongest. And I think that it proves that they've won. I think the third place was also for a Thai team, I thought. So, yeah.
Yes, and as we have mentioned before, one of those rescue cars was used in Fukushima. So we see these rescue cars already being used on the field. Good, let's head over to the next league. It was the At Work League. The At Work League is where robots are used in an office environment or more a company industry environment.
I think you could have used a couple of those, didn't you?
Well, we had to do a lot of work, and we actually could have used multiple robots that work together, of course, because they can put stuff together. It's really nice. Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at what happened in the At Work League. So the At Work League is a simulated industry environment. The robots have to pick up, well, it's actually a puck, but well, they call it a raw material. They have to pick up a raw material and drive it around a simulated industry area and visit different machines, wait until the material is processed, then take it up again and take it to the next machine. They have sometimes multiple robots working together, and the aim is to program an algorithm that is as efficient as possible. So it's also as fast as possible. They have a time factor in their challenge, and they have a points factor, how many machines were visited. Who is the winner, Fieke, of the At Work League 2013?
The winner of the At Work League of 2013 is Swarmlab At Work, and it's a Dutch team.
They're from Holland?
Yes,
really?
From Maastricht University.
Oh, University of Maastricht. It's almost Belgium, so I'm a bit proud. I'm a bit proud too. Yeah. It's the best we can do as Belgians in this RoboCup. Good. The next league we have up for you is the Small Size League. It's a robot football league, and it's small cars that are running around, and each team is controlled by one central computer. So the robots are not thinking for themselves, but the central computer is computing the strategy and the movement of the robot, but no humans interfere during the game. This is a small montage of what happened in the Small Size League at this tournament. I was present at the finals of the Small Size League today. It was a very exciting game. Ended in a draw. Then they had extra time. They ended in a draw again. And then they had a penalty shootout. They actually have penalty shootouts in the Small Size League. And it's just one car in the goal and one car standing like 1.5 meters before it and nervously going from one side to the other until suddenly katak. And mostly it's a goal. They score most of the time. So that's something new in Holland. But who was the winner of the Small Size League 2013?
It has a little bit a difficult name, but it is Zhenlicht from Zhejiang University from Hangzhou.
It's a Chinese team. That's right. ZJUN Licht. Yes, it's a Chinese team, and they were very, 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 very happy. Good. Let's head over to the next league. The next league is that we have a montage from is the Standard Platform League. It's a league where the teams don't build their own robot; they buy a robot. All the teams buy the same team of robots. It was the Now robot of Aldebaran, and they can only program it. So they try to program the most efficient team. They have sometimes the emotions get very high at this league. Is it not, Guy?
Yeah, I think a lot of viewers already saw the clip on YouTube where two of the teammates of one of the teams were frantically shouting as if their life depended on it. And yeah, it's very funny to see. So if you haven't seen the clip, check out on our YouTube channel, RoboCup 2013.
Yes, it has been there for 1 day now, and it has been viewed 8,000 times. So it's quite popular. People like to see emotion in robot football. Here's a montage of the Standard Platform League and the Humanoid League. So Fieke, I was not present at the finals of the Standard Platform League, but I was in the sporting hall and there was a lot of shouting. So things got, the supporters got very enthusiastic about that game too. I also saw the audience being very amused at the cute movements of the robots. So please enlighten us, who won the Standard Platform League in 2013?
The Standard Platform League is won by Be Human, a team from Germany.
Be Human, German team, they were the absolute favorites. People were tipping them as possible winners from the beginning of the tournament. Then we have all the humanoid leagues, the Kid Size League, the Teen Size League and the Adult Size League. Who won the Kid Size League? You have no idea?
I really have no idea.
Do I surprise you now?
It was Team Darwin, of
yes,
course.
the Kids Ice League was
won a lot of times. So.
Yes, it's a very good team, yeah.
Viewers can also, of course, find it on our website. All the scores are already on there, so if you really want to know exactly who won, who became second and third.
Are you telling us now that we are doing a completely pointless show, Guy?
No, absolutely not. But because we don't know all the results, I think
yes, and
people might like to know them.
Because the compilation of the final is still coming, and that's worth waiting for.
And so I think the extra attention for these bigger leagues is definitely not something pointless.
Oh, I see. So the Kids Ice League, I think it's 3 robots against 3. They're quite small. They're this high, and it was won by Team Darwin this year. Then we have the Teen Size League. They're a bit bigger. They're about this high, and it's 2 players against 2. I was present at the finals, and it was won by a German team, that's probably Nimbro. Team Nimbro won the Teen Size League. Then we have the Adult Size League, very big robots, almost as tall as a normal human being. And they do a simple penalty shootout. The Dutch team, Tech United, ended 4th in that competition. And the final was between a team from Taiwan and a team from Japan. The Taiwanese team was the absolute favorite. And they lost, surprisingly. And they were devastated afterwards. We did a little interview with them, and they were smiling, green, as we say in Dutch. And then when the interview was over, they just sank to the ground, and I learned a new Chinese curse. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Tamade. That's a Chinese curse, so you can use it when you visit China. Tamade. Yeah, he was quite disappointed. Good, then we had those leagues. Oh yes, another final that happened today was the at-home league, where robots have to take care of normal tasks that you would do in a household. And I was a member of the jury. Yes, I was a member of the jury. 5 teams were present in the final. It started with a German team that tried to serve a drink, and it went horribly wrong, and no drink was served whatsoever. Then there was the team, I think, from Groningen. They had a simulation of a girl in a kitchen, and she fell to the floor because she had taken the wrong medicine. And then the robot called 911, and the 911 operator could take over the robot by voice command. So he told the robot, go to her bedroom and look for the medicine that she took. So he could see the box, and then the ambulance came, and there was a smoke detection system. It was quite nice, but it didn't work entirely well. Then we had Amigo, the Dutch robot. He did very well. He served us a drink too, and this went well. And then the German team, Nimbro again, always very strong team, and they made me a barbecue. The robot.
Isn't that kind of cheating to make you a barbecue?
Yeah, it helps. It helps. It took up a sausage. It put it on a hot grill plate and just left it there for the right amount of time. And then it opened the beer with a bottle opener. It took a bottle of beer and a bottle opener, and it opened it like this. And especially the expert jury was very impressed by this because of the small manipulation and the absolute control that you need to do this. But it worked. And then we had a Chinese team. They were in first place before the finals, and they had a very complicated thing with 2 robots. You're in one room and you want a bottle of some kind of soft drink that the robot doesn't know. Like, for example, you say, I want a bottle of Sprite, and the robot says, I don't know Sprite. You take an empty bottle of Sprite and you show it to the robot. He scans it all around, and then he sends this image through Wi-Fi to another robot in another room. And he looks around to see if this kind of bottle is present, and when he finds it, he takes it and he brings it up. So that was kind of a nice collaboration. They had one problem: their Wi-Fi network was too slow, and so the 5 minutes they have to do their presentation, I think 3 of them were spent sending the image from one robot to the other. So they could not complete. That's why they ended second, and the barbecue team, it might be blackmailing, well, it might be bribery. The barbecue team won, was the only team who served us a beer, so I think that might have helped. Okay, and then all we have left is the big final, the final we were all waiting for, the mid-size league final at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in this hall, full of people.
Yeah, I think 2:30, it started really filling up, and there were some finals being played at the moment, so people kind of stuck there. And as soon as it was over, I think it was like 10 there were 10 minutes to go before the final would start at our end, and it was just packed. It was completely full.
All the seats were taken, and we had to live stream it on a big screen here at the entrance, so the people who are waiting here could still follow the game.
I believe we had more than 5,000 viewers during the finals, so I don't think that ever has happened with any RoboCup event ever.
And we also got the first wave all around the stadium.
A Mexican wave was going on during the game, and you will see it in the compilation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's best to just take a look at what happened in the finals, and we will comment while the tape is running.
I'll be walking towards a monitor, so
yes,
I
we
can
have to turn around to see what you see. There it is.
So we already saw here the kickoff, and again, from the first few minutes, the game was very exciting. Tech United very strong at the start, showing that they were the dominant team throughout the tournament. But then a quick counter by Team Water, scoring the 1-1, and that was in the first minute of the game. So 1-0 for Team Water. Team Water then kind of took over, had a lot of chances to score, kept attacking. In the interview beforehand, they also said, "We will be attacking." And then from that counter, Tech United managed to score the 1-1. Some very, very nice action, a lot of long plays, which were quite unique last year, but we saw them a lot this year, and a lot of attempts to score. And this is the free kick we saw during one of our other live shows where they were doing a training, and they used it a lot. Team Water actually managed to interrupt these free kicks many times. And the few times that it worked for Tech United, they didn't use it to score. So again, Team Water here attacking. A nice pass here over the midline, which is of course a rule. And then a lot of fighting happened. And here we see a slow-mo of the goalie of Tech United. His hands up in the air get stuck. And the coach of Water says, "That's not allowed, this has to go down." And it's true, you cannot keep it up. So a lot of questions alongside. Referee says, "Take out your goalie." So Tech United had to actually take out their goalie out of the game. And then the game continued, and what they did now was very good. They took over the ball, and they just tried to keep the ball in possession as long as possible for a goalie to return. So I think they did very well right here. Still, the defense of Water was very strong. Tech United was often not able to get that pass across, which we saw so many times the last couple of days. So here is a very nice pass. It's one of the few, and then a good exception, but the defense of Water, very strong. Two defenders, and then Team Water manages to catch the ball, and then going for the counter-attack here, which of course is defended by Tech United as well as Water was defending. So you the referee at the back saying that there was ball holding, but there wasn't any foul given by the main referee. Luckily for Tech United, this attack didn't accomplish anything. So at this moment, the goalie is back for Tech United, and they are very strong. This is one of the biggest moments they had during the first half. So this was halftime. Yeah, so 4,000 people were here, and they all did a massive wave. So it's very cool to see that all these people came here all the way to Eindhoven to watch these finals. It was really packed, so very cool to see.
And they were joined by 1,000 viewers on the live stream, so 5,000 people altogether. So
second half, at the moment, scores 1-1, and both teams were extremely nervous. Both teams changed their tactics a little. Tech United wanted to attack more. Water wanted to attack even more than they did in the first half. And yeah, a lot of action here. A lot of back and forth play, attack, then good defense, and attack again, good defense, and back and forth, and then sometimes when they get a chance to get a free kick or a throw in, they really manage to make some really nice passes. Now the goalie kicks the ball back into play, and yeah, this is something we didn't see last year, that the ball was being kept in play so long. Again, Team Water here, trying for a nice attack, and actually the score's now 2-1. And the time for second half was really ticking away. And I think a lot of people started sweating at the end of this second half. just minutes to play, and then in the last 5 seconds of the second half, Tech United actually managed to score, bringing the score to 2-2. Here's the goal. Beautiful goal. Passing the goalie on the left. Yeah, and the crowd just went wild. And even now, I'm standing here watching it for the third time, I'm getting goosebumps. Brilliant. So 2 times 5 minutes extra time, starting for Rotter. Again, kickoff, immediately very strong. But the goalie, Hans van Sleutelen, was very strong during the match.
We actually gave the players names for better comments.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit tired to try to actually pronounce the Chinese names. So again here, very strong play. Just the turning of the robots was very impressive in this final. More impressive than I saw previously by Tech United. And I think during these extra times, Tech United was actually the stronger team, trying to make more use out of the long passes and actually find that extra hole that Water wouldn't give them. And when Water got the ball, they were extremely strong. Were fast in the attack and always trying to shoot at the goal. And if you shoot at the goal, you might just score once or twice, and they did. So score at this moment still 2-2. Corner, very nice corner here. All the robots packed tightly together, trying to manage to get the ball. And then the defense of Tech United is completely played away. And then, one of the defenders of Tech United dives in front of the ball, actually reaching the goalie area, which is not allowed. So there will be a free kick for Team Water awarded right here. And this is the secret weapon. High, beautiful kicks on the right side. Goalie had no chance at all. 3-2 for Team Water, taking the lead here in the extra time. Strong defense again. Tech United is trying to find the way forward. Yeah, I'm speechless just watching this because both teams are so equal at this moment. So both teams in defending and attacking, they managed to control the ball very, very accurately. And that's what made this final so extremely close.
It's a shame that these teams live so far away from each other. They should meet a few times a year, but you see how they make each other stronger. They are programming during the tournament to counter each other's moves.
Yeah. And this is a very long clips, as you can see. It's the second extra time half. And I just wanted to show how long they're actually playing with the ball in play without even making fouls and everything. 3 defenders here of Tech United trying to stop the Water player. And then, there are a couple of chances, of course, for both teams, but they managed to stop. The goalies are really performing well. So Tech United, first couple of goals scored during the finals. And this is the end. Yeah, we have to go back to our spot at the bar. So both teams congratulating each other. I think that Water was extremely happy with this win. And Tech United, of course, very disappointed. But when they get the chance next week maybe to re-watch this game, I think they will be very proud of what they've shown here.
Yes, the Chinese team were of course euphoric after their win. Also because, like almost all the foreign participants, they were so amazed by the crowd and by the atmosphere. You know, in previous years, a RoboCup final was maybe just 3 lines of people around the court, and here you had an actual sports stadium packed.
4,000.
4,000 people, yes. Bas, as an organizer.
Yeah, so I think this is maybe the first RoboCup where the whole crowd and all the visitors experienced the RoboCup maybe like a real football match. So I think that the biggest compliment I got after the game was that a friend of mine visited and he never saw any RoboCup game, any soccer game. And he said it was just the atmosphere of a real soccer game in the stadium.
Yes, absolutely, it's true, and I'm very, very happy as well as a science popularizer that the mid-size league is reaching this level of being enjoyable for people who are not into software or hardware.
And I think it's also really important to stimulate the enthusiasm for all the scientific research that is done here, so that they go into the scientific studies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I've been watching human football games all my life, and I never got into the strategy or the way they play or the patterns they use. And here it's clear, it's easier for me. I don't know. I think I'm a beta, so I think like a robot probably. That's easier for me.
Yeah, well, for you and for all nerds like you and me,
yes,
next year will be even better because the team Kambada, which ended up third, actually brought new robots. For them, it was more of a test tournament than actually something that they were aiming for a high place. When I interviewed them at the first, I said, well, we just want to play and build our robots and try to get to know them because it was the first time they actually used those robots.
That's right.
And they reached third place and they seemed like they had won the tournament. They were so extremely happy with that third place. So next year, they might just reach the same level as we saw today. Same for Team Bitak, the Chinese team, which resembled the team of Water a lot, but they were very new, very young. And next year they have a 1 year experience extra.
And also, I'm pretty sure that the Eindhoven team will work twice as hard this year because they saw that these Chinese guys were actually growing in the tournament and reaching up to their level, which seemed unreachable in the beginning of the tournament. So I think next year they will be very, very motivated to do even better.
I'm really curious what new rule the federation will introduce next year, because previous year they introduced the rule that you had to pass over on the opponent's half to score, and that really changed the game. And I think at that time, Tech United Eindhoven, they dealt with it the best. And this year the rules didn't change, so all the competitors they start copying behavior, they get better, and at one point they reach the same level. So I'm really curious what will be the next rule.
Yeah, well, I talked to some people about that, and what you say is true, but we see a very clear line of top teams and smaller teams, and I think that the big hole between top teams and the small teams is becoming too big. I think they might change something to close up this gap.
I think it's also nice that this year the Eindhoven University introduced a new platform that they want to sell for a very low price, such that other universities can buy the platforms, and the limit is lower to enter the competition.
Do they sell the hardware or the software or both?
Well, they sell the hardware, and the software is, of course, it's open source.
Yeah.
So they can share with other teams.
So you can buy a robot football player for, I think it's €5,000 for one player.
It's called the 5K Turtle Robot.
The Turtle Robot. And how many players on a team? 5?
So yeah.
So you need €25,000.
And you can start your own team.
Yes. Compared to the price of a human football player, this is nothing.
No, nothing compares that salary.
Yeah.
Of course, the robots we see now are very expensive, and you shouldn't underestimate the time you need to actually implement software. But when you see the teams working on it, it's amazing. You really should invest in something like that, because if you can be a soccer team with robots, well, you've seen, you tasted the atmosphere in the participant area, and you know how cool it is to actually be.
It's motivating and it's rewarding, I'm sure. So this was RoboCup 2013. We're gonna join the party with all the engineers and the programmers. And next year the RoboCup is organized in Brazil. It will be 2 weeks after the Human World Championship in football, which is less important, of course, because they're humans. So 2 weeks later in Brazil, I think the website robocup2014.org might already be claimed. Maybe there's already some information on there. I haven't checked yet.
I think they will go online soon.
Really? Oh, good. So, any last hints for the organizers of next year? We've seen a brilliant tournament with a huge crowd. Any hints, any things you want to, ideas you want to share?
I think for me personally, it's to make the experience for the audience the best. So I think what we've seen, especially today, was amazing, and I hope they can, perform the tournament in the same way, make it attractable for the audience.
Yes, that's right. I had a remark from many participants here that said RoboCup used to be a festival for the participants mainly, and now it was open to the public, and there were lots of things to do, and information stands and workshops and everything, and also very beautiful games, of course. Yes.
Yeah, for the children there were a lot of workshops, and I already heard that the Brazilian organization was checking the workshops to come also to Brazil. So a couple of workshops are already going to Brazil next year.
Excellent. Now we only have to wait until they check the local TV team to also go to Brazil. Maybe that works, and if it works, we will see you again next year. And otherwise, I'm sure and I hope that we can watch the live stream of Brazil. Any parting words, Guy?
Yeah, well, use Facebook and Twitter to tell them how nice it is to watch Lieve talk about robots.
And Guy, of course, and have the commentaries of Guy. Finally, I want to thank the technical team who were here for us all the time. You see, everybody's cleaning up. Other people are in the party, and they are still handling the cameras and the light and the montage and everything. The website was brilliant. The photographers were brilliant. We had a very nice time here in the press room of RoboCup 2013.
And I'm afraid that I really have to correct you again because you forgot the question.
Oh yes, you're good, you're good. We have the final question to ask at Fieke and Bas. Will a team of robots beat the human world champion in football in the year 2050, Bas?
Definitely yes.
You're on the yes team too? All right, yes team, 1 up. Fieke?
Ooh, it's difficult because the humanoid robots still are walking really, really slow.
That's true.
And I saw them last year, I saw them this year, and nothing changed.
Really?
I think we found our first skeptic.
Yes, yeah. Well, we had skeptic before. Even René, one of the organizers here, was a skeptic.
May I add one thing? Because I don't think it necessarily has to be a humanoid robot.
Oh yes, it has to be.
Why don't make it completely different?
No.
All the best.
No. The founders said a team of humanoid robots, so they have to be humanoid.
I still think that a human is not the best person to play soccer. It could be anything else.
Even with the humanoids, I'm all on the yes team. But you're on the no team, that's no problem. You're in good company.
I'm not entirely on the no
yes
team.
Or no?
Oh,
yes
no.
Or no.
I think the humanoid robots, the running, it's really, really difficult. But I
have
think
an agnostic here. We have an agnostic.
Yeah.
You know what they say about agnostics? Agnostics are just atheists without self-confidence. So that's all for us today, and we hope and we hope to see you again next year at the RoboCup in Brazil. Goodbye.